everyone. If you are new, my name is Marin. Welcome to another day in my teacher life. It is our 100th day of school. So I did put a little shirt on, 100 days brighter, and we've just been doing a couple of different activities like throughout the day. So the first thing that they did when they got here this morning was they colored their crown. Here is mine, but I cut the little pieces off because I'm not going to wear a crown, but I did use this as my thumbnail, so you already saw it. But yep, that's what I had them color. I had them cut it out, and then I put it on a sentence strip. Let me just grab one of them. I'll show you what it looks like. So here's one of them. This little one went all out with their coloring. So that was the first thing we did. Then I had them take the first part of our module 3 math test. We did like the front, the back, and then the front of the next page, and we will finish it tomorrow. After they got done with that, I had them color this paper right here and then get on their Imagine Math when they were done. And while they did that, I went around and stapled the hats onto each of the students. So that kept them busy while I did that. Let's see, after that, we listened to a story, which I just found on YouTube. Let me see what it's called. It's called Miss Mingo and the 100th Day of School, but we didn't get to finish it because we had to go to lunch. So they went to lunch, recess, can't even talk, recess. And then when we came back, they did their Imagine Language and Literacy. I was wanting to then do our Mae Jemison books, but somehow the copy machine ate 3 of the copies. So I don't have enough. So I need to run the rest of these off because we will need to do this tomorrow. So instead, we did our directed drawing of our rocket ship. So here's mine. We just followed the directions. I'll link the video down below, but we did that. Here is one of my students. So they turned out really cute. And these are going to go upstairs outside the gym so that when we do our Black History performance, the parents will be able to see like who we studied and things like that. So that's what we did there. What else? I think that's it, y'all. That's pretty much all we've had time for. They are in specials right now. When they come back from specials, we are going to do the activity where we'll have recess. Then they're going to do the activity where they string 100 Fruit Loops on a piece of string to signify the 100 days. And I used a paper that I showed last week where someone had actually put the outline of 100 Fruit Loops on a piece of paper. So I'm going to give each of the students a paper. I'm going to put some Fruit Loops on their table, and they're just going to put them onto the paper and then string them. So you saw me this morning cutting the string. I did knot it, if you can tell at the end. I've just put it around here so it didn't get tangled. But now I need to go through and put masking tape on the other end so that it doesn't come unraveled when they are trying to string the Fruit Loops, because this happens pretty much every year. So I'm trying to be proactive and give it a whirl because I've never actually done it this way before. So we will see if this works. I'm hopeful because the kids get really frustrated when it starts unraveling. So I feel like if we do this, it should work. But we'll give it a whirl and see. A lot of people say that this works. So yeah. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to do that for all. Actually, I don't need 25. I need 23 because I'm missing 2 students today. So all 23 of these. I'm going to do that. Then I need to put their treat together. I saw this picture, I'll just put it right here, of spelling out 100 with cookies. So I used like a wafer cookie and then the fudge stripes cookies, and they're just going to make 100. They are going to take those home. We're not going to eat them at school. And that's pretty much going to be the end of the day, because when they come back from specials, we are going to go to recess and then come in and do our activity. So should be a fun day. It's been a decent day. I have 2 students that are struggling with behavior. One of them is like a special snowflake and is on like a behavior chart and things like that. So obviously their behavior is kind of well documented. They're doing okay, although I believe as I left them in specials that they were starting to struggle up there. But the other one is just being incredibly disrespectful, talking back, that kind of thing. So that one's gonna get a phone call later on when I get a chance so that his grown-up can know what he's doing in school. So that's that. Let me do this. I'll put you on time lapse to show you a few of them, not a ton because that will be super monotonous. Then we're gonna put those treats together, and if there is time, I am going to make the rest of the Mae Jemison book copies. And that's gonna be it, y'all. So I will chat with you later. I know my last vlog, which went up last week, didn't even have like an ending. So I will try to do better today. But after dismissal is done, I pretty much just want to get out of here. So any talking I do will probably happen before I pick my kids up, if there's anything to talk about. So yeah, let's go put some masking tape on the rest of these yarn strings and get going with what else I need to do. So see you in a bit. Hey y'all, it's actually Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day, but I wanted to go ahead and wrap up yesterday's 100th day vlog. So I'd been talking about the Fruit Loop page, so it looks like this. And if you're going to do this activity, this made things so much easier, y'all. So some of the kids just laid the Fruit Loops out just randomly. Other kids were taking the time to make patterns. So it was really cute to see them like figure out how they wanted to lay them out on the paper. And having this outline just made it so much easier than having to count groups of 10, because that is still just a lot when you're only 5 or 6 years old. So would highly recommend this. I will link it down below. This made a huge difference. They did have a little bit of a struggle getting the Fruit Loops over the masking tape, so it was a good fine motor activity, and the masking tape did help to keep that from unraveling and making a giant mess of the yarn. So that was another tip that worked well. It took a long time for them to finish, and I actually only had 2 like finish the whole necklace, so that I tied it and they put it around their neck. I put everyone else's in a like Ziploc bag, and they just took it home, and I told them they could finish it at home. And then if they wanted to take this, they could, otherwise they just threw it away. So that was how the end of the day went. We had gone outside, as you saw like the shot of the barren trees, but it was a beautiful day. It was like 60 degrees outside. It was amazing. So I took them outside for a little bit of a longer recess, which means we didn't have quite as long to do that activity, but they still had a lot of fun. I had several kids tell me that it was the best day ever. You can see there's cupcakes behind me because today's Valentine's Day. So now today has become the best day ever, but they're just funny when they're 5 or 6 like that. So we did not get a chance to do this cut and glue paper yesterday, but I am going to use this as a math activity tomorrow because I am not going to be starting the new Eureka module because the students are out of school Thursday, Friday, Monday. Teachers are actually not required to come to school Friday, Monday. So Thursday is a work day. So I'm not going to start a new module and then have us go on a 5-day break. So anyway, that's that. That's the wrap up to the 100th day. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me. Hopefully I can get back into a groove filming Week in My Teacher Lives, but we will play it by ear. So regardless, I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.